They say the first man to bite his own tongue off didn't even scream, because by the time anyone noticed, he was already trying to chew through the person sitting next to him. Justin Hale used to think stories like that were exaggerations, urban legends soldiers told each other to pass time in silence. But that was before the traffic stopped moving and never started again. The day it began, the sky over the city filled with helicopters. Not news choppers, military. Low, loud, urgent. The kind of sound that vibrates in your chest before your ears fully register it. Justin sat behind the wheel, fingers drumming against the steering wheel, his wife beside him, his daughter asleep in the back seat. At first, it was just another jam. Then came the explosion. Not close enough to hit them, but close enough to rattle every car on the street. Windows shattered somewhere ahead. People started getting out of their vehicles, craning their necks, trying to see. That's when the screaming started. Justin saw the first infected man stumble into the road like he was drunk. His face wrong. Jaw twitching, eyes wide but unfocused, like something behind them had gone missing. The man collapsed onto a woman who had stepped out of her car. For a second, it looked like he was asking for help. Then he bit her. Not a quick bite. He latched. Blood sprayed across the pavement, across windshields, across faces frozen in disbelief. And then there were more. Doors opening, people running, more falling, more biting. Within minutes, the traffic jam became a feeding ground. Justin didn't think. He reacted, locked the doors, started the engine, drove over the curb. He didn't look back. By nightfall, the city wasn't a city anymore. It was noise. Sirens that never stopped. Gunfire echoing from directions that kept changing. Broadcasts cutting in and out, each more frantic than the last. Words like containment, outbreak, and unknown pathogen repeated like a broken prayer. Justin knew one thing. This wasn't random. This was engineered chaos. And somewhere, someone had lost control of it. When the military finally reached him, it wasn't a rescue. It was a recruitment. They didn't ask. They expected. Retired or not, Justin Hale still knew how to follow a trail through hell. They told him about the virus, fast-acting, airborne in early stages, then mutating into fluid transmission. It didn't just infect, it rewrote behavior, turned people into something primal, something hungry. And worse, it was spreading faster than any containment model predicted. Entire regions were going dark, continents reporting simultaneous outbreaks. It wasn't just a leak, it was global. Justin agreed to help, not because he trusted them, but because his family needed a world to survive in. And if there was even a chance to stop it, he'd take it. The trail led them across oceans, through quarantined zones where silence was more terrifying than screams. Justin saw things that didn't belong in the realm of the living. Families locked inside homes with scratch marks on the walls. Soldiers who had turned their weapons on themselves rather than risk turning into that. In one village, they found a man still alive, chained to a post by his own hands. He begged them not to come closer, begged them to shoot him before it woke up again. Justin hesitated. That hesitation cost one of his team their throat. After that, he stopped hesitating. The email they traced, it wasn't encrypted well. Almost like someone wanted it to be found. Coordinates embedded deep within its metadata pointed to a US military installation in South Korea. But when they got there, it wasn't a base anymore. It was a graveyard pretending to be operational. Lights still on, doors still sealed, but inside, silence. Too clean, too quiet. Justin felt it immediately, that wrongness, like the building was holding its breath. They found the lab buried 3 levels underground. That's where the truth waited. The virus wasn't an accident. It was a prototype, designed not just to incapacitate, but to erase restraint, to turn human beings into controllable weapons. But something had gone wrong. The control mechanism failed. What remained was pure, unchecked instinct. And worse, there were signs it was evolving, changing faster than the scientists had predicted, adapting, learning. Justin read the reports with a growing dread, because one line kept repeating in different forms. Subject retains fragments of memory. That's when the doors sealed behind them. At first, it was just a mechanical click. Then the lights flickered. Then came the sound, a slow, uneven tapping from somewhere deeper in the facility. Not loud, not frantic, measured, like something pacing. Justin raised his weapon, every nerve in his body screaming the same warning. They weren't alone, and whatever was down there wasn't like the others. It stepped into the light, and Justin felt his stomach drop. The thing looked almost human. Almost. Its movements were too controlled, its eyes too aware. It tilted its head, studying them, not with hunger but with curiosity. Recognition flickered there. Then it spoke. Not clearly, not perfectly, but enough. One word, dragged out like it hurt to form. Home. Justin realized then what the reports meant. The virus hadn't just created monsters, it had created something worse, something that remembered what it used to be, something that could think. And if it could think, it could plan. Gunfire erupted. Chaos returned. But Justin couldn't shake the feeling that they were too late. Not just for the base, not just for the city, but for the world. Because as he fled that place, one thought kept clawing its way to the surface. If even one of those things made it out, this wasn't an outbreak anymore. It was an evolution. Thanks for sipping tonight's tale with Haunted Brew. Don't forget to subscribe, and sleep tight if you still can.